Hello everyone, my name is Hyeong and I will give you a presentation, and the title is called A Mapping Between Petersen Star Network and Hierarchical Petersen Network in Hierarchical Network Embedding. These are the contents of our presentation. And starting from the introduction, I will go through some brief state-of-art related works. And also we will get to our main idea, that is in embedding algorithms. And we will conclude our manuscript presentation by explaining some conclusions. So for the introduction, as we all know, the demand for big data in data science domains, as well as AI that incorporates the machine learning and deep learning, has been constantly increasing in recent years due to due to enlarging market volumes and also a lot of demands in multiple domains. In particular, deep learning, it uses a big data that requires a high performance computer with a high computational ability, because it requires high computational amounts with high performance CPUs and GPUs. And interconnection networks for the design of high performance computers are being consistently researched. And our main topic, or our main interest, which is the Petersen Star Network, or the abbreviation of PSN, and Hierarchical Petersen Network, HPN, or Hierarchical Interconnection Networks, and we will abbreviate this into HINs, designed based on the Petersen graph and a small network cost. So the PSN of n has 10 power of n nodes and n plus 2 degrees, whereas HPN has 10 power of n nodes as well as a degree of 5. When graph G is embedded in graph H, the algorithm developed in G can be simulated or reused in H. The evaluation measures for embedding include expansion, dilation, as well as congestions. So first of all, the node and the edge mapping functions between the two graphs are proposed in this research paper. And according to the proposed functions, it is shown that HPN of n can be embedded into the PSN n with an expansion of 1 and dilation of n minus 1, as well as congestion of 1. And second, it is shown that the PSN of n can be embedded into the HPN of n with an expansion of 1, a dilation of n plus 4, and also a congestion of 0.5 times n. The results of the study can be extended to prove the upper as well as lower limits of dilation and congestion with respect to the network characteristics. So for the related works, first, as a subsection, we will explain a little bit about design method of a hierarchical network. So HIN is a method that recursively and iteratively expands a base graph. So when HIN expands a factor, fewer edges than the increasing number of nodes are added to maintain a short average distance between the nodes. So in figure 1, it depicts the HCN and HHN, which have the Q2 as a factor. And also, as shown in figure 1b, HCN 2.2 has Q2 as a factor, and 2 times 2 factors are connected into the form of Q2. And next, moving on to the introductions of embedding. So figure 2 here shows that the embedding of binary tree into Q3, the function that embeds the binary tree G into Q3 is called an F. Each node of graph G is embedded and mapped to a node graph H, in which their node addresses are converted into the binary numbers. The mapped pairs of nodes are as follows, starting from 0 to 6, and the expansion is given as in this formula, VH divided by V of G, invert V indicates the vertex, which equals to 1.14. And also note that the F is a one-to-one embedding because all nodes are mapped one-to-one. The edges 0.1, 0.2, 1.3, and 1.4 in graph G are mapped into 0.1, 0.2, 1.3, and finally we have 1.4 in graph H. And thus, so the dilation of this edge is equals to 1. And we have PSN and HPN. The edges of HPN and PSN of N are divided into internal and external edges. Edges connecting nodes belonging to the same Petersen graph are called internal edges. The edges of a Petersen graph are used as they are, like literally. And edges connecting nodes in different factors are called an external edges. So the figure 5 shows the structure of HPN3, and figure A and B, they do not belong to HPN. HPN-N has the 10 power of n nodes and a degree of 5. So moving on to our embedding algorithms. So the function 1, we note the mapping alpha. U and V are the arbitrary nodes of graphs G and H, respectively. Here the node addresses of U and V are exactly the same. Function 1 maps all nodes into the figure 6a, that exactly to the nodes having the same address in figure 6b. In function 2, we have the edge mapping of beta, and starting from beta that incorporates the U as well as LRU, we have the certain sequence, and as well as the function B and C. Readers can refer to our manuscript for more details. So we theorize with 3 theorems. The first one is the embedding between HP and N, and the PS and N is 1-to-1, and the expansion is equal to 1. And the next, the theorem 2 is equal to the HP and N is embedded into the PS and N with a dilation of n-1, as well as the congestion is equal to 1. The theorem 3, the PS and N is embedded into the HPN of N with dilation of n plus 4 and a congestion of 0.5. Finally, which leads to a conclusion. So first of all, embedding algorithms between the HPN and the PSN were proposed in this paper, and the expansion, dilation, and the congestion were derived in this study. Hence, it was proven that the algorithms developed in the 2 interconnection networks can be used interchangeably by paying the cost of dilation of n and the congestion of n as well. Further research is recommended to prove the upper and the lower bounds of dilation and congestion with concerning the network characteristics. Thank you very much for listening, and if you have any questions, please send us an email. Thank you.